Good evening and welcome to the news update right here at 10 p.m. on Overt Radio with me, Akan. And here are the stories we're tracking at this time. Reps seek stiffer penalties for certificate forgery offenders. Olukoyede, re-elected president of West African Anti-Corruption Network. Inspector General presents 40 million naira checks to deceased officers' families in Osun. And India beats Nigeria to win bid for 2030 Centenary Commonwealth Games. And ruling houses asks Adeleke to depose jailed monarch, declares stool vacant. I can change Nigeria positively in 4 years, says Peter Obi. And EFCC boss seeks stronger collaboration against trans-border crimes. And in the foreign scene, U.S. Defense Secretary planes makes emergency landing in UK. When we come back from this break, we'll be revealing the details from those headlines. Don't go away. Welcome back. This is the news update at 10 p.m. on Overt Radio with me, Akan. The Joint Committee of the House of Representatives investigating the alleged certificate racketeering in higher institutions has called for stiffer penalties for certificate forgery offenders. In a statement issued today by the chairman, Abubakar Fulata APC Jigawa, after a tour of some Lagos-based higher institution as the committee called for equal punishment for accomplice of the crime. The university visited include University of Lagos, Yaba College of Technology, Lagos, Caleb University, Lagos, and Lagos State University. Fulata recalled that in the past, students studied very well and passed their required examination before they were awarded certificate or degree certificates. According to him, it's unfortunate that these days people are not ready to study but are only willing to get certificates through illegal means. The lawmaker said that the investigation was a sequel to the resolution of the House of Representatives on alleged certificate racketeering as revealed by an investigative journalist. The executive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede, has been re-elected as president of the Network of Anti-Corruption Institutions in West Africa. His re-election came on Wednesday, October 15, 2025, during the 7th Annual General Assembly of the network held in Abuja. The communique issued at the end of the meeting and signed by representatives of the all ECOWAS member states reaffirmed Olukoyede's re-election through a consensus renewal of mandate, following what was described as his remarkable leadership and commitment in advancing the fight against trans-border economic and financial crimes in the sub-region. A statement by the EFCC spokesman Dele Oyewale said Olukoyede, along with other members of the NACIWA Executive Committee, will serve another 3-year term following the renewal of their mandate. He noted that the assembly, which coincided with the 50th anniversary of ECOWAS, also adopted new guidelines on borderlines investigations, asset tracing, recovery, and management. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has presented checks worth 40,360,075 naira to the families and next of kin of 45 deceased police officers in Osun State. The presentation part of the Nigeria Police Group Life Assurance Scheme and The IGP's family welfare package took place on Wednesday at the Osun State Police Command Headquarters, Oshogbo. The Osun State Commissioner of Police, Ibrahim Gotan, who was represented by the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Finance and Administration, Adebisi Lateef, made the presentation on behalf of the IGP. According to a statement by the command spokesperson Abiodun Ojelabi, the Commissioner of Police urged beneficiaries to use the funds judiciously and prayed for the repose of the souls of the fallen officers. Gotan also expressed gratitude to the Inspector General for what he described as an altruistic gesture and reaffirmed the command's commitment to the welfare of its personnel and families of officers who lost their lives in active service. Ahmedabad, India has been recommended as the host city of the 2030 Centenary Commonwealth Games, also known as Ahmedabad. The city edged out Nigeria's Abuja after a fiercely contested bidding process that showcased two ambitious visions of future of Commonwealth sport. According to a report, Nigeria will face competition from fellow former British colony India as the two countries that have put in bids to host the 2030 edition of the Commonwealth Games after they both met the August 31st deadline. Now, the Executive Board of Commonwealth Sport announced its decision on Wednesday, today, describing the Indian city's proposal as a landmark moment for the movement as it prepares to celebrate 100 years since the first Commonwealth Games were held in Hamilton, Canada in 1930. The Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi has said he can change the trajectory of Nigeria to a positive one within 4 years if elected president in 2027. Obi, who made this declaration while addressing journalists on Wednesday, also confirmed that he will seek a place on the ballot. In a broadcast aired on TV, the former Anambra governor said he is confident in his capacity to lead and called on voters to weigh in competence when choosing their next president. Now, reading further, Obi, who contested in 2023 under the Labour Party, has publicly associated with an opposition coalition that has adopted the African Democratic Congress as its platform. He said he remains a Labour Party member and is committed to working with other opposition leaders to rescue the country from bad leadership. The two ruling houses in Ikpetu-Modu, Osun State, have called on the state governor Ademola Adeleke to approve the deposition of Oba Joseph Oloyede as the Ikpetu-Modu of Ikpetu-Modu. Now, Aribile, the ruling house that produced Oloyede and Fagbemokun, in a letter addressed to Adeleke through the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, dated October 13th, 2025, also called on the governor to declare the stool of Ikpetu-Modu vacant. In the letter, a copy of which was obtained in Oshogbo on Wednesday, the ruling houses also called on the governor to direct the Ministry of Justice to lodge and domesticate the certified U.S. judgment with the appropriate Nigerian registry to complete the administrative record in support of this deposition. They noted that Ikpetu-Modu's stool has remained under suspension for over 3 years due to the prolonged absence of the Oba Oloyede, saying age-long customs and traditions of the town have been suffering as a result of the situation. And the letter read, now following his conviction and sentencing to 56 months, 4 and 5 years imprisonment along with an additional 3 years of supervised release in the United States of America. The need for urgent government intervention has become even more compelling. The chairman of the Economic Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede, has called for stronger collaboration to curb trans-border crimes and enhance peace, stability, and economic prosperity of the sub-region. Olukoyede, who is also the president of the Network of National Anti-Corruption Institution in West Africa, made a call today, the 7th Annual General Assembly of the network in Abuja. He has spread gratitude to delegates and reaffirmed NACIW's role as unifying platform for regional anti-corruption collaboration. And just before we go, on the foreign scene, a plane carrying U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was forced to make an emergency landing in Britain on today due to a crack in the aircraft windshield. Hegseth was returning to the United States from a NATO defense ministers meeting in Brussels when his plane made the unscheduled landing at an unnamed airport in Britain. The plane landed based on standard procedures and everyone on board, including Secretary Hegseth, is safe. Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell said on social media, "All good, thank God, continue mission," Hegseth posted in reply. At the NATO meeting, Hegseth called for member countries to contribute more military aid to Ukraine in its fight against Russia's invasion. To end the news, here are the major stories we read for you. The Rev seek stiffer penalties for certificate forgery offenders. Olukoyede re-elected president of West Africa Anti-Corruption Network. Inspector General presents 40 million naira checks to deceased officers' families in Osun. And India beats Nigeria to win bid for 2030 centenary. I can change Nigeria positively in 4 years, says Peter Obi. And in the foreign scene, U.S. Defense Secretary's plane makes emergency landing in the UK. Now that's the much we can take on the news update at 10 today on Overt Radio. Don't forget to join us again for a more comprehensive package. We'll be coming up, another program will be coming up this night after this, and I urge you to stay tuned just before then. Don't go away.